Live now.
You
Hi
can kick off.
everybody,
Right.
welcome.
Hi.
Hello.
Okay,
Hi. So, thanks for having me, guys. I can I show you where I'm at right now?
Of course.
Okay, so
yeah.
this is my view at the moment. Can you guys see it?
Wow, what's that?
Wow. What is
So
Wow.
that?
that is
Where is
a
that
part
place?
of. I'm in Tatien. So I think that's part of Wat Po
Tatien.
in the palace. Yes, and this is my. There's my friend Chef Ton, who's hanging in
Yeah,
the background.
who's having a holiday now, so he's
Yes, hi
sharing.
Chef. Thanks for letting me
Yeah,
be
yeah.
here.
Mm.
Okay, by the way, we are not having any countdown video today because of some technical issues. But as usual, we will be waiting for more of our followers to join. And today's Facebook live session, we have invited Megan, our good friend. Uh, and we will not introduce anything about her. We will let her introduce herself later. All right.
Great. Let me drink more.
Wow, enjoying life.
I have to calm the nerves.
Calm your nerves.
Yes. But yeah, thank you
Yeah.
for having me,
And
guys. Thank you
yeah,
so much. I've
thank you
never
for
done a
spending
I've
your evening with us.
I've actually never done a live I've never done like a live video before.
Oh, your first time?
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm. Treat
Yeah.
it
So
So
like
you
honored to
might
have
treat it
be
like
you.
it'll be maybe my
yeah.
first and last.
Oh, last.
If you do well today, I'm sure there will be more people inviting you, huh?
No, they're gonna
Yeah.
be telling me to be quiet.
Yeah, anyway, let's please share this video, especially if you're friends of Megan and if you're friends of Eddie and Wilbur. The three of us are together at the same screen at the same time. So I think that in itself is very entertaining already. So
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome to be
But
here, and I don't know who's following or who's watching, but good luck.
my mom's watching. She said hi
Oh,
everybody.
hi. Hello.
So yeah. Yeah, she's in Malaysia. Yeah.
Nice. I don't know. I don't. Yeah. Okay. Hi.
Anyway, today we are going to talk about something that can be a little bit serious, but I think we will try to see the positive of a very difficult situation. So
Sure.
today we are talking about COVID Thailand Aid. What is it really about? I think Megan can explain to us in a very short while. But I think before we get to that, Megan, can you give a very short introduction about yourself formally to everybody?
Sure. So my name is Megan, and I have been in Bangkok for 7 years now with my family, my kids, and my husband. And I used to be a chef here. I studied Thai cuisine, and I worked in a few restaurants. And then I was a little bit burned out, so I took some time off. And then I wanted to stick. Like the food industry is very close and dear to my heart. I grew up with it with my mom. She's been in the restaurant industry since the day I was born, and so I sent a CV out to a couple of publications that write about food, and BK was one of them, and they wrote me back instantly saying, "Yeah, we'd love to have you." And come in for an internship. So I stayed there 3 months, and I'm still there 2.5 years later.
What a long
Um,
internship you have, Megan.
yeah, a little bit. I'm still learning, it's not an it's so now I'm a freelancer, thank you very much. But but I have yeah, it's been amazing. It's been really amazing, and meeting so many interesting people, and really getting close to the Thai food culture, and also to other chefs who are doing Western food. Like it's a learning experience every single day, which I just embrace wholeheartedly. And
Yeah,
I love.
great.
I mean, I love it. I mean, it's not easy times now, but I do love the hospitality and the food industry very much.
Okay, thanks, Megan. So let's go straight into our topic today then,
Sure.
because why our Mama is doing so many Facebook live sessions is also because of COVID. Because
Right.
of COVID, the borders are closed. Wilbur is stuck in Singapore. He cannot come
Oh,
here and do his content like every month. So in the meantime, he's also trying to continue to share everything nice about
of
Thailand to
course.
everyone. So
Oh, that's nice.
this is one of the nice ways that we can keep connected. So
It is nice.
yeah,
It is. It's dare I say it's the new norm, which I hate that expression, but this is.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
So yes, and COVID is a difficult time for most of us, or I can say nearly all of us. Uh, but there are always light in the darkness. We have seen a lot
Yes.
of good initiatives that have come up because
Oh.
of COVID, and then
Sorry.
we are going to talk about one of them in detail today with Megan, which she's involved in. So, Megan, before you talk about your involvement, can you explain to us what exactly is COVID Thailand Aid?
Sure. So, COVID Thailand Aid is an initiative that started by an incredible woman named Natalie, who is Thai, and she is based half the time in Thailand, half the time in Europe. And when everything hit, she was here in Phuket, and she got stuck here, and she had no way of reaching out to her 90, I think over 90-year-old grandmother. And she was really sad because she realized that there are so many other people who are affected by the lockdown, by COVID, and they didn't have any means to any good food or things like diapers, anything at this point. And so she started this initiative, and she started along with a volunteer named Sasi, who is truly one of the most incredible women I have ever met. She is just full of energy. She's very connected to all the communities here. She has helped people even before COVID, getting people fed, doing working with waste, plastic waste, and things like that. So her and Natalie were looking for volunteers to help with certain things. They had started very small. There were only maybe 5 people, and they were getting donate. The COVID Thailand Aid was getting donations and like mama noodles, canned goods. And so Natalie thought, let's pack these bags up and let's send them to the most hardest hit communities that have COVID cases or people who have lost their jobs. And the packing of the bags started in my building, in the parking lot of my apartment building. And I had just came out of surgery. I just had ACL surgery, reconstruction surgery, and I think I was just a few weeks out. And then I found out that they were doing that in my building, and I just went immediately. I hobbled over there, and I was like, "Listen, guys, I need to help. I need to do something." And they were like, "Sure, no problem." And this is when it was kind of just really starting to hit Bangkok. We were already in the lockdown, and there were a lot of cases starting. So I started helping pack bags, and then more and more volunteers started to show up, and people wanted to donate. It was just overwhelming, and restaurants were wanting to help too. So Natalie put me in charge of this. Oh, I'm going too far. Sorry.
No, no, no. You have gone straight into the next question. So
I
maybe
know.
Wilbur just flash the next question.
Sorry. So, anyways, COVID Thailand Aid is this amazing initiative of over 400 volunteers that came together, had never met, and we're doing everything from like accounting or getting donations. Mercedes Benz became a volunteer, and people who worked in hotels that weren't able to work became full-time volunteers, and it was just a huge community of people who just wanted to give, and it was just from the goodness of their hearts. And it was something that I think I personally needed to be around because it was obviously very tough times. So yeah, COVID Thailand Aid is an amazing initiative that is still ongoing.
Yep. So,
Sorry, I told you I
may,
talk a lot.
may, may I ask, how do you actually identify the groups of people who need help?
So this is where Saucy came in. So she has already previously had these contacts with leaders of different communities, like in Klong Toi or I can't remember the place that I went to. It was about 45 minutes outside of Bangkok, but like all over the city. Um, she had so these community leaders would reach out to her, or she would reach out to them saying, listen, we have all these things, we want to help you, we want to help the people in your community, we're here. And so I mean, people were asking for a lot of things. Like there were a lot of people in need, especially elderly who weren't able to leave their houses or just couldn't walk or couldn't, their maybe their kids were stuck somewhere else up country. So there was a lot of need during those times.
Mm-mm. Okay. So, now
Yeah,
now that
yeah.
we, yeah,
Sorry.
please,
No, no,
Megan.
go ahead. No, no. People would actually like communities would actually reach out and find the line, like the COVID Thailand line group, and ask for help. So it was coming
Mm,
from everywhere. It was coming from everywhere.
mm. Okay. So maybe we can move into because it has been 2 or 3 months since since COVID really hit us. So
Right.
there must have been a lot of different activities that you've done over the last couple of months. So maybe we
Yeah.
can just you can talk us through some of the activities to let us understand more about what you all actually do.
Okay. So me personally, or what we were doing in general. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean whatever you know, because I think if you have been involved personally, if you have been involved
Okay.
personally, then you can tell us more, right? So
Okay.
yeah.
So basically, so it started out as we were doing care packages. It started at like around 200 care packages per day, and it went up to usually about 600, depending on the communities and how many people were in need. We were sent donations from many companies like rice companies, uh, Mama Noodle, Tylenol was involved. We had
Wow.
local tailors that were out of business, who were making masks with the fabric that they had in their shops for nothing. They were just donating it. It was pretty amazing. We had people doing donating hand sanitizer. Um, yeah, and so we were making these bags for families. We're making these bags for people who were alone, and then there was always a volunteer who would go to this community and actually pass them out. So it wasn't just like we dropped them off. Everyone was always involved, and so we would go and bring. I didn't go all the times, but I did go, and it was a beautiful sight to give this stuff. But it was also very. It was very hard as well, because you saw that people really were in need, and probably even before COVID, but especially now, because a lot of people have lost their jobs and don't have money. So that was pretty amazing. And then there were points where people just wanted food, and they had no access to any good food. So there were already a few restaurants who were doing this, a few chefs already who were reaching out to communities, giving out free food. It was amazing to see. And then when I saw that people like at COVID, people were calling COVID asking for food. Natalie told me, she was like, Megan, do you want to be the team leader? And I was like, yeah, I would love to, because I'm in the food. I work around the food industry. I'm pretty sure there's people who want to help. So she put me in charge. I sent out like a mass Facebook post just saying, hey, any restaurants who want to donate some food, we need it. There are a lot of people in need. And I just can't tell you, like, the outpour of love and responses that I got from restaurants that were closed but wanted to help for nothing in
Mm,
return. They didn't want any attention. They didn't care. They just wanted to help people in the community. And I just found that to be so amazing. And it was a nice way to see the community get together.
mm, mm, mm.
Yeah.
So we have some photos, right, Wilbur? Maybe we can
Okay.
Yeah.
show the audience some photos, and maybe Megan can talk us
Okay.
through them if there's anything that you wanna say. Yeah.
Okay. Sure. 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 Okay. So this is
Hold on. Let
this
me
is a
turn off the.
Yeah.
okay. So this is a great pic of all the volunteers of COVID Thailand Aid. After we cooked about 300 meals at Bolan, Associated Press came to film all the chefs cooking. So that was all the food that they cooked.
Mm. Wilbur, where are
Yeah.
the photos?
Hold on. Some technical error.
Oh
Oh,
no!
okay,
I have
okay.
to type more.
No. We will.
There's people
Uh,
staring at me here.
Coming back very soon. Um.
there are a couple
Sorry.
of people. There are a couple of people who said hi to us.
Oh,
Um,
who?
Danny from Taiwan, who is our friend, who is also one of the biggest ambassadors of Thailand.
Oh, hi,
He's in
Danny.
Taiwan right now. And
Thank you
then
for
there is
listening.
Tonrux Boon.
Oh
Do
my
you
God,
know who
that's
he
my.
is?
Yes, I love you.
He said
Wow.
We used to work
wishing
together.
wishing you guys are safe. And then there is Victoria Sertage,
Oh, hi, Victoria. Thank you for being here.
who
I love you
says
too.
go Megan. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you. The few people that support. Thank you.
Okay. It's
We're
back.
back.
Okay, so we're back. Oh yeah, so okay, so yeah. Okay, so that was the same day. That was when Associated Press came to Bolan, and they had basically Associated Press had reached out to COVID Thailand Aid because they wanted to do a story about what COVID Thailand Aid was all about with Natalie and how these chefs were involved. And so, sorry, my face looks so far. Um, so they had asked to film in one restaurant what a typical day would be like when we cook for people in need. And I thought it would be better to bring everyone together who had been doing this and and bring them all under one kitchen and cook together as a team. And these are all very, very amazing chefs that have been cooking in Bangkok. I mean, they're Michelin rated, Asia, whatever, you name it. They are some of the best chefs in Bangkok, and they are the most warmest people and caring and giving. And it was really cool to be in the same kitchen with them. So here you have Chef Joe from 80/20, and in the back you have Chef Tim from Eat Me, and you have Chef Lauren, who was a chef at Bunker and is now working on some projects soon to come.
Mm.
And this was a different day, but this was a day that so just quickly to tell you, sometimes restaurants couldn't donate, but sometimes we were donated a lot of food ingredients. And Bolan at the time was closed, and I used to work there, so I know the kitchen. And I had asked Dylan if we could use his kitchen to cook there, and he opened his kitchen to myself and some ex chefs that used to work at Bolan. And we took all the ingredients that were donated and cooked at the kitchen. And then, of course, uh, Dylan helped, and Chef Bo and everyone in the team. And then that day, that's Jared from Soul Food. He popped by and he was helping too.
Yeah.
And yeah, and that's my friend Billy in the back. Okay, so this would be like a typical. This is a typical day. We used to do this 3 days a week. This was packing bags in the crazy Bangkok heat. So basically, it was each table had like a medical supplies, food supplies, rice, and we would have to wipe everything down with alcohol because we didn't know where it was coming from, and we wanted to make sure that everything was properly cleaned before it went off to any people that were at risk.
Wow. So awesome.
Yeah, it was good. That's my boss, Angela. From
Ah.
BK. That's yeah. So we spent it. It was very, very hot that day. I think one girl actually got heat stroke because it was so hot.
Oh no.
Oh
Yeah, it was
man.
super hot. Yeah, but we would do this, and this happened like three times per day. So we would pack bags. So it was a lot of heavy lifting. Yeah. Okay, so this was my first outing, bringing food to an area in Makasan. This was, I think there were actually some COVID cases at that time there. And yeah, this was it was heartwarming, but also kind of, yeah, I don't know. It was a wake up call that there are a lot of people that were in need, and it was just, they were so happy when we came. I mean, those faces, it was just amazing. They were super, super happy. And yeah, that was special. So those are some volunteers. We were, this was another place where we sent food. That's Isaya. They were amazing. They just were like, every weekend, 200 meals, 200 meals, 200 meals. Here you go. Never hesitated. Pretty amazing.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, like, and like when I tell you, like, this was food. This was awesome. So this community, they wanted to actually cook for their own community. So a friend of mine, who is also a freelance food writer, Chris, I don't know if I say his name right, Schlax. He went and bought all the ingredients to feed like 200 people. So he brought them, he sent them to us, and then we sent them to the community, and they cooked all of this food and at the community and served it to everyone straight. It was really nice. That was awesome. Same community. Oh, so this was the whole, like, these are the volunteers. This was after the end of packing bags. We were all exhausted and tired and full of alcohol. Our skin was peeling off from all the alcohol. But yeah, good group. That's Sasi's husband in the front, Mikkel, and he was really involved because he has a logistics company, and basically he was the one that provided all the cars, like, to drive all the bags everywhere. It was just incredible what everyone was willing to do to help out. It was just pretty impressive. Good group of people here.
Yeah.
So these two are pretty much like, these are core members. Anna on the left, she is just a freaking hero. She went to almost every single distribution point and handed each and every bag to every single person. She's been a really, really awesome volunteer. I mean, and she does a lot of work even before, like with Trash Heroes, and she's cool as hell. And then Arjun in the middle, who is probably one of the most incredible people I got to meet too. He works for Marriott Hotels, and obviously all the hotels were closed. So at that time, he just came every day and packed bags and distributed, and always with a smile on his face. I mean, he is just one of the kindest people I've ever met. That was good. Yeah, nice to see their faces, actually. Oh, this is at Bolan after cooking. I can't see who's in there, actually. I think there's, yeah, that was a good one. Okay, this is another point where we would distribute food as well. So we tried to do the social distancing thing, because, people would wait in line, but it was tough with the kids around, but everybody had to, pick up food one at a time. We tried to make it as proper as possible. That's Kun E.
Okay, now we have another batch of photos.
Wilbur, the other batch of photos is about the event,
Press.
right? The Associated Press, right? So before we get to that, Megan, if I'm not wrong, I believe that COVID Thailand Aid caught the attention of a lot of international publications as well, right? Yeah. Yes. So can you tell me more? Who?
Yeah. So New York Times did a piece on COVID Thailand Aid, which was really cool. And then that story was picked up by that story was picked up by other publications. And then Associated Press also was very interested in what was happening, and their story got picked up by, I don't know, like, it was global. It went viral. It was Washington Post picked it up. I feel like I can't remember if it was the Atlantic. Even some Canadian publications had it. It was all over the world. It was in the streets. I think it was published. I mean, it was really cool that this this initiative that happened here was just being seen all over the world. You know, it was like a positive story to, like you said earlier, to hear and see during such tough times. You know, having so many people come together and do so many positive things. That was basically the story that Associated Press wanted to do. It was called, I think their caption was "One Good Thing," you know, and so I think that it was great to have some good news being shared with the world. You know.
Awesome. Maybe we can show the pictures of the day that Associated Press went to cover.
Sure.
Yeah, a day in the life of Covid Thailand. Thailand Aid. Covid Thailand Aid.
This was.
Yeah.
So that is Chef Saki from 8020, and that is Chef Charlie from 100 Mahaseth, and they were cooking at Balan, and then so basically the plan was to cook 300 meals. So the menu was pad kaprao and egg and rice and veggies, and that's Jarrett from Soul Food, and that's Chef Dylan from Bolan. So all these people that you see here were providing meals, were cooking meals. We were picking them up from their restaurants, providing the logistics, but they were doing it with just out of the goodness of their heart. Yeah.
Maybe we can have the next photo. Ooh, who's
so
this?
That's Chef Joe from 8020.
Yeah.
Yes. So he's prepping the boxes. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. Good people. And then that's Dylan. That's Chef Dylan. Yes, he was awesome the whole time. He was Chef Dylan and Chef Bo were just, and the whole crew there. They were just super, just amazing. They opened their kitchen to me so many times. I'm sure they were so sick of me. I'm sure they're still sick of me because I still talk to them every day. But I cooked in that. I was nice to be back in that kitchen cooking with them and watching them cook. It was nice because
you used to work there, right?
Yeah, I used to work there. It was the first restaurant I ever worked at. They were the ones that took a chance on me. Good.
Nice,
yeah.
nice.
It's a great kitchen. And then we saw this one
we
earlier.
saw this
but
picture.
Yeah. But that's Oh, okay. So this was Associated Press came and did another story actually at Eat Me, and so they had asked a few questions, but I don't even know why I sent that to you. Okay, next. Okay, and then those are the same guys cooking over the walk. I mean, I think they were just melting. It was so hot that day, but yeah, everybody was in good spirits and happy, and yep. See all the boxes lined up. That was fun. Yeah, that's Joe again. Wow. And then that's all the food. Yeah.
Oh.
That's all the food. Yeah,
nice.
And of course you see everyone's in gloves, and we were just trying to keep everything sanitized and with the rules. So Tim and Lauren were also cooking out of their kitchen, donating meals to Covid Thailand Aid. So this is the kitchen at Eat Me, and they let me cook with them sometimes. But I wasn't allowed to make the rice because I don't know how to use a rice cooker.
You can always follow BBC how they make the rice.
Oh, I saw that. This is really, really cool. This is Dwight from Courageous Kitchen. I don't know if you've ever met him before, but he is. He's been living in Thailand for a long time, and he was just passing through Bolan because Bolan was doing their CSA boxes at the time, and he was passing through to pick up his box. And that day we were really low on hands, and I was like, Dwight, can you just stay for 2 hours and help us cook? And he was like, yeah, sure. And so he stayed with us, he cooked with us, he packed with us. He is such a cool person. He's so knowledgeable of everything that's happening in Thailand, the food, the culture, and a really nice guy. So I was really happy that I got to was connected with him during this as well.
Yeah, BKK Fatty.
Yes, that's him. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, and
finally we see you in action. Finally.
Yes, I did cook. That's me pounding a ton of garlic. But yes, I did cook as well, and my food actually tasted good. You can ask around. Those are the chefs at 80/20. That's Chef New, and I think that's Chef Joe. But that's them doing their meals from the restaurant, and then we would send a car from Covid Thailand Aid to pick them up.
Okay.
Yeah, and then this is Kokot. That's the chef Jericho and the team of Kokot who donated some meals to Covid Thailand Aid as well. Yeah.
Wow.
And this is the team from La Lupita Revolution and Blue Parrot. They were just amazing. I mean, they were just popping out meals after meals after meals as well, and they were just so happy to do it. We never asked.
What were they
were
cooking?
always.
What were they cooking?
I think that it's a fried rice. I know
Ah,
that is definitely not a paella, but that's probably fried rice.
I was wondering whether they gave paella to the people in Klong Toi.
No, but we
I
have
mean, I
had
mean,
some. We have had some interesting food. Like we've had Japanese meals being donated. We've had like beautiful, beautiful produce from the gardens of called it's not gardens, farms called Chedi Farms, but they're more like Western ingredients like heirloom beetroots and radish and like not typical in Thai cuisine, but everybody made it work, and it worked. You know, when people need to eat, you need to eat. And this food that we tried to give, that we tried to talk to with the chefs, was full of nutrients. It wasn't, it was mostly organic. Coming straight from these local suppliers that these restaurants work with. So this was actually really, really good food that people were eating. And I think that's so important now, especially in these times that we really need to eat well and look into what we eat. So yeah, so after almost all these restaurants who are really working with suppliers that are local, small scale, it was really special.
I think this is a little bit understated. That
Oh,
the importance the importance of the quality of the things we actually give to these people, because
Absolutely.
these people deserve nutrition, deserve good food, and deserve respect as well. So we have to give them the best if we want to give.
Well, it's just
Yes.
also like everyone should have access to good food, and
Yes.
it shouldn't we have amazing stuff in Thailand. We have beautiful ingredients, we have beautiful local produce and meats and vegetables, and so everyone should have access to that. So yeah, it's important that it's not just like a hot dog from the street vendor that we're going to give someone. It should be better than that.
Yep. Yes. Exactly.
So actually, this picture is very special. That's my son. That's James.
Oh.
And right before, well, no, school closed, but he had to do a school project that was around like sustainable goals and what kind of goals he had. And so he decided that he wanted to make hand sanitizer and donate it to Covid Thailand Aid so that we can donate it to other people. And he basically made his own hand sanitizer, sold it to his friends. I don't remember how much he made. It could have been a little bit of maybe 2,000 baht, and he brought it to Covid Thailand Aid and donated the money for people to have more things.
Wow.
So that was cool. I was really proud. That was a proud moment. That was a proud mom moment.
So awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
So
wow, what's that?
Yeah. So that is one of the cars loaded with the care packages. That's probably 200 right there. If I'm not mistaken, you can see how low the car is to the ground. So yeah, that was like a typical day. Yeah. Oh my God, I'm just having all these memories now about that. So this is just like some of the produce we had donated, which was beautiful. Like, I mean, look at that. I mean, I wanted to take it for myself.
Yes, look at those radishes.
Absolutely
Look at those
beautiful.
radishes, those
Yeah.
great ones. Oh my.
But we had a few people ask us like, how do you cook this? So we would explain, and like just serve it like this and this and this, and they were like, thank you. Like everybody was just, it was just a beautiful thing. Just like there was no questions asked. It was just like, we want to give you this, and we're like, we'll take whatever, and we're gonna make it great. Oh yeah, so that's just like I think pretty much a lot of the same pictures that we've seen, but this is just like the beginning. Yeah, all the people that we would. Yeah, so actually it was
Yeah.
interesting because we did take we COVID Thailand Aid took pictures of us giving food to people, and it came of course with a lot of naysayers like, why are you posting pictures and of the vulnerable, and yeah, I mean, I understand, but at the same time people also wanted to make sure that whatever they were donating, um, people were getting it, and also the community leaders wanted proof as well that you know these kind of things were happening in the community. So it was a little touch and go in the beginning when pictures were being posted, but at the same time it was also very gratifying, and for people who had donated money or things, and they knew where it was going and who and it was going into whose hands. So I was definitely okay with that.
Yeah. I think when it comes to charity and donations, I face the same issues because my company also does some work on that. It's always who you donate to and whether all the money you donate to is used properly. So
Absolutely.
you always want to make sure there's accountability. So
Absolutely.
yeah, I'm
So
sure. I mean, since you're involved,
yeah.
yeah,
No, we
COVID
have
Thailand Aid should have.
there was an accountant. It was very transparent. It was like, this is where your money goes. I mean, there was you can see it there. Actually, well, we can go into it later, but they're not even taking money anymore at this point.
Mm. So maybe Wilbur, do we have any friends with us who said anything? Just to let
Um.
Megan know that we are not alone.
Well, I can't see anything, so
Yeah. Let me just show you some comments.
you can just pretend. You can just pretend. Oh, hi, Victoria. Thank you. Is anyone
Hello,
watching now?
Megan.
Just out of
Yeah.
curiosity. Dean, bless you all. Thank you. Oh, Andy, I love you. Oh, that makes me happy that people are watching. Some.
We are not alone. We are not alone. There are not many, but we are not alone. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Anyway,
God, I'm
feel free to ask
dying.
questions. Megan is here to answer your questions as well, and not just talk about things. Okay. So if you have
What
any
things?
questions to
Don't ask
ask
me anything
regarding
personal.
Megan, regarding COVID Thailand Aid, please ask, okay? Because we have
Yeah,
somebody here to answer all your questions.
ask me things. Ask me anything you want.
Yeah, I have something to ask you now.
Okay.
If someone wants to join COVID Thailand Aid now, is it too late? And if it is not, then how do they do it?
Okay, so it's never too late. You can always, I mean, it's amazing to be a volunteer because there's always going to be something, COVID or not. But you can, so like I said before, COVID Thailand Aid has stopped taking money donations at the moment. But the Facebook group is definitely very active and live, and there's always something going on, whether it's with a local, like a volunteer from the group that wants to go and bring food to someone to an area that has no access to anything good, or there are people in need, or let's say like we get hit by a second wave. It's active, so it's always going to be there, and you can always find a way to help people no matter what through this group.
Mm, that's awesome.
Yeah, so like even if you
So,
want to donate food or dried goods, we'll take it. We'll definitely take it because there's always someone who needs it.
so the Facebook group is where we should go, right?
I highly recommend that. Yes, there is a line group as well, but I think that you'll benefit more if you're on the Facebook Thailand Aid group.
So we
Yeah.
so
So
we
this is the
will.
page.
Yes, that is
Ah,
the page. Yes.
yeah.
So you
So
just
this is the
join the
page.
group and you can see what's happening. You can talk to volunteers who might be doing something, and then there's just always a way to help people, and there's always someone in need. So it's a great platform.
Hmm. So actually, I mean, I've been in Thailand for the last few months as well. I've
Hmm.
seen so many things happening to people are coming together to help. I think when you are down, there are a few options you can take. One is to sulk about it and do nothing, and the other thing is to turn the energy and time into something positive.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of people in the restaurant industry, and they are open like 6 to 7 days a week. They are working from
Yeah.
morning until night when it closes.
Yeah.
It is also very rare that they have time during the lockdown to actually do something meaningful, and to see so many of them coming together to do something to help.
Oh,
I think it's very
yeah.
heartwarming and very inspiring.
I mean, I couldn't agree more. I mean, as you all know, that the restaurant industry, the hospitality industry is the hardest hit in 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 the world, and you know, it's here. It was really tough. I mean, it's still tough, but during those lockdown times when all the restaurants had to close, I mean, there was, I mean, you know, these chefs that were doing the food. I mean, I'm not speaking. I don't want to speak for everyone, but I'll speak for all the people that I know. They kept every single staff. Uh, I mean, of course, I'm sure there were pay cuts and stuff like that, but they made sure that their staff were still working. And if it wasn't doing like a new delivery service that maybe they had never done before, it was preparing meals for people who were in need, using whatever they had left in their kitchen to send off to people who were hungry. I mean, it was just, for such a hard hit industry, the what they did in return was just remarkable. It was like, yeah, we're hurting, but we're not going to let anyone else hurt. So I just found that to be really, really inspiring. And I think that's why I probably took a lot of things so personally during these times. It was really hard for me because I do write about food, and food is very important to me. And I just didn't really have that much work at that time. I couldn't write about, like, I was trying to find ways on how I could help my friends, my colleagues, my the people in this industry, how to help them. And it's just like there's only so much you can do. I mean, I'm just one little person, in this whole big world, and here I am, like, thinking I want to save the world, but it's just it's just I was overwhelmed with emotion. So instead, I put all of those efforts into COVID, and what the reciprocation we got from this community was just like, it was just so beautiful. And yeah, I'm really, really thankful and grateful, and that's what really got me through this. There's a car shining its lights in my eyes, sorry. Sorry. But yeah, it was, the community, the sense of community was definitely something that helped me sleep at night, in all honesty.
Hmm. Yeah, so after this, like, 40-minute chat with Megan, I think we know a little bit more about what's going on in Bangkok. There's a lot of
Yeah,
suffering, but there's a lot of hope as well.
there is.
Yes, and also that I believe that even though restaurants are opening, and things seem to be going back to a bit more like normal,
Yeah.
I believe that whatever good that has started is not going to end like this. I think it is never too late to join.
Yeah.
If you have something more, if you have a bit of time, if you have a bit of money, you can buy things to help. I
Yeah.
think by joining the COVID Thailand Aid Facebook group, there will be somebody who makes sure that your extra resources will be put to good use.
Absolutely.
So please
Absolutely.
remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't take
So
much.
Megan, now we are finished with COVID Thailand Aid. Let's talk. Maybe spend another 10 minutes talking about life,
Ah,
if you
God,
don't
okay, let
mind.
me let me drink more.
Yeah, that's fine. So if you see Megan is getting a bit flustered, it's not because
No,
that we are
no,
working
I'm
her too
fine.
hard.
I'm
Okay.
actually I'm actually melting because I'm sitting outside and there's no breeze, but it's such a
I
beautiful
think I
view. I can't complain.
thank you so much.
Thank
For
you.
being
No,
here.
thank you for having me. I hope that I can reach out to your one viewer today.
Hey, come on. Come on,
to
come on.
my friend. No, I'm kidding. I'm so thankful and absolutely honored that you guys asked me to join today. I really, really am.
There is one more person who said hi to you, but I do not know
Oh,
how to
okay.
pronounce the name. Can you show?
Oh,
Yeah.
Emishe. Yeah. Yeah. That's. Oh my God. So she was the head of my kid's school in Budapest when I lived there. Hi,
Oh
Emishe.
wow. Is she
Yeah.
still
So
in
Wow.
you have.
Budapest?
She's in Hungary. Yeah, that's pretty amazing. You've reached
Oh
out
my
to Hungary.
goodness. Hello, 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 Hungary.
I'm very. Oh my God.
Hi.
Hi, Emishe.
This is so great.
Kasanam Sepan. That's a thank you. Hungarian. Oh
So
my
thank
God.
you, Megan. So thank you, Megan, for helping us reach out to Hungary as well.
That's pretty
Yeah, so
cool.
hello. Yeah, it's so cool. Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
anyway,
Okay.
there are many hats that Megan wears. She's a food writer. She's a foodie. She's someone in Covid Thailand Aid. But I think something that is very important about her is that she's a mom.
Yes. A
I think
mama.
living in the COVID times, we have to look back into our families and realize that our families is the first thing that we have to take care of during this
Right.
time. So
Yes.
a lot of us are not only struggling with work, with income, we are also struggling with keeping our families safe because there has been a lot of fundamental changes to life every day.
Yeah.
So
Not just
so as
safe, but sane. But sane. Mentally sane.
yeah,
Okay. Sorry.
yeah, tell
No.
me
No.
about
No.
it.
Anyways, go on. Go on, Eddie. Go on.
Yeah, yeah. So Megan, as a mom, as an expat mom in Thailand with two kids in school, can you just give us a snapshot of how life has changed, the everyday life has changed over the last few months?
Sure. Well, it's changed drastically, of course. So my kids have been home since February because we went on holiday, and then when we got back, um, we were in France, and when we got back, that's when they had that high risk. Like Singapore was a high risk city at that point, and I think Vietnam, and I think some other places. And if any family member had visited that place, you had to self quarantine for 14 days. But we were fine. We were in France. We came back, and then, but my husband had flown to Singapore, and but we hadn't seen him. So my kids thought it would be awesome to go to their teacher and tell them that, oh, if my dad was in Singapore, does that mean I have to stay home? And then so they were
Wow.
like, they called me 10 minutes later saying, come pick up your kids. So I was like, ugh. So we were quarantined for 2 weeks with that, and then they went back to school for a day, and then everything got locked down the day after. So it was just like, oh my God. So we started, of course, like everyone else, the homeschooling, the Zoom thing, and that was, I mean, I'm not a teacher. I am very independent. I am horrible at math. I'm not good at these things. So that was a huge adjustment for me personally to be, you know, like making sure that they were doing all their work, like checking their math work. I mean, like I had to use Google so much for that. It was terrible. But then there were times where like, I was working myself, I had deadlines to work on, or I was packing bags. I was doing COVID. So I was in and out. So there were times when I would catch like my 11-year-old son on PlayStation while he was in a Zoom call with his teacher. It's just like, and then of course he got in trouble. I mean, he got caught, and it was just a whole ordeal. But it was, you know, my kids are still young, so they're in elementary. It wasn't taken as seriously as it was like for secondary kids who were 12 and up. So they just, I mean, yeah, it wasn't. It's not easy. It wasn't easy at all. They're off at camp now for 1 week, sleep away. So that's been nice. But but it has definitely like, so yeah, the negative side is that we were all on top of each other. um, i'm not I'm not great at school work, and I just feel like it was just a lot of time that went by, like I don't know, like they're just so much better off in school. But then the positive side of it is that I got to spend so much time with them actually, and like they themselves spend so much time together that they have just built this strong rapport, this like strong connection, where they just like, they get along. I mean, they fight all the time, but they get along as well. And also the fact that I am an expat, we do tend to kind of live in a certain bubble. So my apartment building is full of the kids that go to the same school. They were still around people. We weren't locked away. It was still okay. So in that part, yeah, it was it was positive because they still had their friends. They still could go out to the garden or go outside and get air. It wasn't like we were locked in the house for 3 months.
Yeah. So anyway,
yeah,
let's put things. Okay, imagine this. Let's put things in perspective. It is the second last day of July. So very soon it will be August. Okay, and then Megan's and her kids have basically been home since February. If we use 8 minus 2 is 6. So they have basically been stuck for half a year. So let's put this in perspective. Life has really
and look,
changed.
I'm still smiling.
Yes.
Because of this helps. This helped a lot.
And but just as a dad, just let me share with you a similar thing as well. I mean, in my school, I suddenly got an emergency call from the school at 11 a.m. one weekday afternoon to ask me to go and pick up my kids urgently.
Oh no.
I was in a meeting, so I missed the call, but the school kept calling, so my heart dropped. When will the school call you urgently, non-stop,
So
to ask you to pick up your kid?
Wrong. Yeah.
I mean, something had to be wrong. But
right.
When I finally got back to them, they told me that actually they found a classmate from another class who revealed to the teacher that his grandpa just came back from Japan. So they had to close the level. They had to close the level immediately. Immediately and sanitize the whole building. And then the school asked for everyone to submit their travel history. Every single parent, direct relative from the kids, every kid in the school to submit. Otherwise, you cannot enter the school. So you either submit.
Absolutely wild.
Yes, it was crazy. Everybody was, wow, why must I show you my passport? My passport is private and everything.
Oh, I know. I know. It's just all the information you have to provide now. Your visas. Your. It's just. It's definitely wild times. I mean, they're crazy times. But if anything, I think I need to find some wood. I'll knock on my head. We're very lucky to be here, as opposed to, well, America. I mean, what more can I say?
Sorry. You should be the one saying it because you're American. I wouldn't.
I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm not American. I'm Mexican.
Oh, you're Mexican.
Today, this year.
Okay.
Whoa.
Sorry, America, but this is shameful. Wear your mask.
Anyway, we are actually peaking now. Just now there were 16 people.
Wear your mask. Wear your mask.
Yeah, we are. Our viewership is actually very high now compared to just now.
highest.
Oh my God,
Please share, and then we just let me drink
more. Let me have more wine.
Anyway, another thing I want to share is about the homeschooling part because just like you, my kids were homeschooled for an entire term. Okay, so within a matter of weeks, the school and the teachers had to come up with a full curriculum for a full term and make it work.
I think the teachers. I feel honestly that must have been awful, just awful for them.
As much as we didn't enjoy the kids being at home, I think it was almost close to a miracle for them to react so fast like this to make things work.
I mean,
So
the amount of pressure that they must have been on, all the Zooms that they had to do, all the preparing everything in advance, and also checking on the kids,
yeah,
everything online. I mean, that's tough. I mean, and we don't give them enough credit. I mean, I can't handle it,
yeah,
and like they do it on a daily basis. So thank you, teachers, for everything you do
yeah.
because you guys are heroes.
And one more thing, parents. There are a lot of angry parents during this time. I'm 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 in the chat group, and it's not pretty
Is it
sometimes, you know,
is it
because
because of what? School fees or what? Or learning or
I
what?
mean school fees is yeah, is one of them, but I think
Yeah.
many parents maybe want some changes when they think that the new norm is not ideal for their kids.
Well,
Too
I
much
mean,
screen time maybe and everything.
yes, of
Yeah.
course, everyone has an issue, and of course, I had my own issues as well. But this is also so new for everyone. Like all of this is just something that no one can control, and you just have to jump at the first thing and see if it works, and if it doesn't, you try again because this is just
Yep.
a situation that it's an uncontrollable situation, and we are still
Mm,
living in a lot of uncertainty that anything could change tomorrow or the day after or next month. So yeah, I mean, I think we have
mm,
to put less pressure on these teachers because I'm sure they're
Hmm.
trying the best that they can. So
mm.
Yeah.
yeah.
So okay, so using this platform and using this opportunity as a
Mhm.
working dad who still had the blessing to go to work every day, I would
Yeah.
like to thank every mom who is staying at home every single day for months with the kids, you know,
Well, yeah, that is a
and
beautiful
and
thing.
and every teacher who
Yeah.
actually made things work when maybe right before COVID you don't even know what Zoom is. I
Oh,
think
absolutely.
it's incredible what every one of you did.
I think it's
So thank
incredible
you
what
all.
so many people have been able to do. I mean, there are families who have been separated. There are couples who like haven't seen each other for months and months and still can't because of all the flight restrictions. And so I think everyone is definitely fighting some battle. Some are
Mm,
stronger than others, but I think we all just have to remember that we just we just have to keep positive in some way or form. I mean, it's hard because like I don't keep positive ever, and I'm always negative and always stressed and anxious
Really?
and all the time. I mean, like I am the
I
most
don't feel
anxious
that way.
person. Oh well, I hide it well. No, I am.
Whoa.
I am definitely like I am an overthinker and a worry. And what's the word? I worry all the time, but at the same time, I just want to make sure in my own for me, like I just want to try to keep as positive as I can and try to do as many good things as I can, you know?
okay, Megan,
I
last
don't know.
question.
Yes.
Something okay. It's summer vacation for us now, right? For the kids.
Yeah,
Usually,
technically.
usually where are you during summer
I'm
vacation every year?
usually I am in beautiful, well, I am in crazy Los Angeles with my mom and my sister and my family eating lots of food and pigging out on In and Out. And I'm really, really sad not to be there. I miss my family very much. So this is the first time in over 15 years that I don't see them. But it's okay. We talk my mom calls me every day at 6 a.m. So I'm okay.
6 a.m.
Yeah.
6 a.m. every single
Wow.
day, and if I don't answer, I'm in a lot of trouble. So
Oh my
I'm
God.
yeah, but my mom is in Mexico. My mom flew to Mexico at the moment because she was really tired of being in California because California is really bad at the moment. Mexico is as well, but she's with family, so she's happy. And I hope that with a new leader and some people that follow restrictions in United States of America, I'll be able to go home soon to visit my family.
Yeah. Same here, same here. I
Yes,
visit
I hope that you can go. Yeah,
I visit my family every year as well around this
yeah,
time. My
yeah,
my my wife as well.
yeah.
So yeah, it's a little bit. It's really a little bit disheartening because my dad's
It is tough.
70th birthday is in August. So
my mom just turned 70 last week. So yeah, I
we
understand.
were planning to do a very big family gathering maybe in Bangkok, but it's not looking like it's gonna happen.
Well, now you have to do
So
Zoom.
yeah.
You can
So,
tell your dad Chef Ton says happy birthday. He's the best.
Chef Todd was on our show before.
Chef
He was
Ton.
the first.
he was the first chef on our Chef at Home series.
Oh my God. Okay, well, Chef,
Yeah.
see, I brought you back, baby.
Yeah, we were talking about all the initiatives that the chefs were doing, but that was at the very beginning of it. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right.
And he was talking about his mangoes.
Oh, those mangoes were very good. Very, very good mangoes.
Amazing. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so we have
Yes.
hit an hour. So thank you, Megan, so
Okay.
much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. This was awesome. I hope I didn't talk too
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
I'm gonna
No,
finish
no,
my wine. It's still the
it's
same glass,
perfect.
just so you know. Okay, good. I'm so
Yeah.
happy. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you,
Thank you
Megan.
so
Yeah,
much. Thank
bye-bye.
you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, bye.
Bye,
Bye.
whoever. Bye, bye, bye. Thank you. Bye. How do I hang up?
All
All
right.
right. Yeah, I guess all of us had a very insightful session on COVID Thailand Aid and what people like Megan have contributed to the community. And as again, if you would like to contribute, do check out their Facebook page at facebook.com/COVID Thailand Aid. And yeah, Eddie, anything to add on?
No, but I think thank you for coming on our Facebook Live. We are doing quite a few of them, and we hope we continue to do more. I hope everything that we have done has brought new meaning, whether it's for people in Thailand or people around the world to have a closer look at what is happening in Thailand. We'll try to get more important people on and have more meaningful chats with them. So please support us. Thank you.
Yeah, if you have any topics that you want us to talk about, do feel free to comment in the comment box below, and then of course we will definitely look into it. So
And
as per
if
usual, do stay.
and
Yeah,
no, if you want to join us, or if you have a story to tell, or if you have a friend who has a story, please do just let Wilbur know through the RM Mama Facebook page.
yeah, and as always, do stay tuned to our platforms to be updated of our latest Facebook Live or new happenings in Bangkok. And thank you so much for joining us today. And yeah, stay safe and have a good weekend. Bye.